Hey everybody, Neil Bednar here in northern Wyoming, and I've been kind of coerced into making this video by a dear friend of mine named Pat, who, uh, she's one of the leaders in our 100-day challenge, and I wanted to put this together to just kind of emphasize my why. It's important that you have a very good, strong uh, belief and driving force as to why you're involved in network marketing. I think that's probably the key and the compromising factor that causes so many people to quit is that their why is just not big enough. Well, I'm involved in this challenge, and I'll start here because it's easier and a little more specific. I'm in a very rural area in northern Wyoming, and I don't bump into network marketers every day. I mean, an occasional Avon lady maybe, but it's just not going to happen for me. I have to use the internet. And I think for me especially, it's hard, to stay pumped up, to stay motivated, to be doing your money making activities first, and handle your business. Your normal life gets kind of compartmentalized to where you've got time to focus on your network marketing or on your internet marketing. And so for me, the challenge, uh, it's kind of like somebody looking over my shoulder. It's kind of like somebody. Uh, being right there to guide me, coach me, and motivate me. So I encourage you to join the next challenge if you can. It starts this Thursday. But getting back to my personal why of why I'm involved in network marketing, it, it's kind of a deep seated kind of thing for me. And the main thing I think where it comes from is that when I was a kid, I was growing up in Texas, and my dad, he worked in a chemical plant, and he walked in that gate every day at 4 o'clock, or every day at 7 o'clock, and walked out every day at 4. And as I got into high school, I would drive and pick him up. We shared cars, and I would pick him up. And I used to watch thousands of men every day going in at 7 o'clock with their heads hung down and, just dragging their butts. And then every day at 4 o'clock, they're walking out, not looking much different. Unless it was Friday night, there wasn't a lot of smiles coming out of that gate. And I had swore to myself that, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be the guy that punches a time clock over and over and over, year in, year out. Now, guess what? That happened to me. I ended up realizing that in that area that's where the money was at, and I started doing the same things. So I guess for me it's a matter of the control. Are you going to let you know that 20 miles of chain link fence decide your future? Are you going to work in that building for the rest of your life and not have anything to show for it? I mean, do you really? This is the way I mean, again, this is deep seated for me. Do you know of anybody who's wearing, a gold watch, 40 years of dedicated service to the company, and they got retirement, a big party, and gold watch and everything? It just doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't, to me, it's just totally illogical to give your life, especially 40 years of your life, to a company or a business that all you're going to be is an alumni. I mean, that's it. You're just an old timer. Uh, there's no more benefit to it. Um, you pay way too much taxes. You devote way too much of your time away from your family. Often you're having to jump from company to company just to stay in your particular line of training that you've done. Um, you know, uh, Traditionally speaking, some of the highest paid professions just a generation ago, aren't making near what they did starting out a generation ago. Um, the way I really look at it is, everybody blames a certain generation for destroying our economy and certain politicians and things like that. But as opposed to blaming, I just really look at it. Uh, you know, from my personal standpoint and what I see. I watched my dad walk into that plant every day, uh, and again, he did it for years, and did his best to take care of our family, and I really respect him for that. But you know, he started out. Well, I'll use another example because this gentleman actually worked, another family member, but he actually worked at the exact same job his entire career. Started in 1972 as a welder. Okay, I think he was making $3 an hour. Okay, $3 an hour in 1972. He's probably doing pretty good. He had good benefits, things like that, so he was doing better than most. Um, Turns out, 1996, 97, whatever it is, uh, I can't remember exactly when, but 2007, he goes to retire, and he's making $38 an hour, $40 an hour, something like that, to do the exact same job. Now, the way I look at it, if I went to work at McDonald's or Walmart or, you know, Chevron or some other large corporation, and I start today at $10 an hour or $12 an hour, am I going to be making $120 an hour in 30 years, to do the exact same job? I guarantee you it's not going to happen. No generation will ever see the economic growth that the last generation has. And I just firmly believe that. And I firmly believe that if you don't take control of your future and take control of what happens with your financial destiny, then you're the only one to blame. You can't blame a society or a politician or a job. I mean, it's up to you. When things go bad, when's the last time somebody carried a bag of groceries to your house? I mean, it just doesn't happen. You know. Anyways, I guess I got a little bit off on a rant, but my why is very important to me. It's very deep seated. You know, I firmly believe that I'm the one's going to have to take control. I've got a couple of kids that I want them to see that the world that they're going to be graduating into here pretty soon. Uh, it's tough, and it's very unforgiving, and it's very uh, restricted in the way that you can fit into the mold and follow along with society or not, because the outsiders are outsiders. The people who are taking control of their lives and not conforming to the system are considered the outsiders. And I tell you what, I think it feels pretty good on the outside, and I enjoy it. And I like knowing that when I lay my head down at night, I've done everything I can to make my life better, and nobody gets to tell me whether that's right or wrong. So, anyways, this is for the 100-day challenge. That's my why. I hope you find yours, and I hope it's big enough to keep you hard at it. So, Neil Bednar, neilbednar.com. Have a great day.